Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the electric Israeli, on a beautiful 85 degrees day. Holy macaroni. I'm going to talk about a subject I usually don't talk about. I like to talk about cars, and I like to talk about technology and stuff like that. I do not necessarily like to talk about finances and stocks and whatever. I mean, once or twice I did. I do like to talk about business. I have a whole business channel. Anyway, but on this channel, I really like to talk about technology. But I really have to talk to you today about Elon Musk, very bizarre conference call, earning conference call. I listened to the whole thing, actually, this morning. And I want to share with you my thought from not from necessarily the finance part, but from demeanor and mindset and how he sounded like. But before I do that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be my patron support, the Electric Israeli channel, and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notification for every time I post a video, so you don't miss anything, because what I give you is good stuff. Anyhow, so every quarter, as you know, a publicly traded company has a conference call with investors and managers of investing firm to discuss the stock and how it's doing and all that. And it really should be only about that, like the earning of the quarter, the stock performance, like economics 101. For whatever reason, with Elon Musk, other reporters, like automotive reporters, were allowed to walk in. And I don't want to say that in this call he imploded. I can tell you that yesterday, Tesla stock went down by $30 at one point, and I think it recovered and it ended up going down by $18, which is billions of dollars in terms of market value, market share. So the reason was it really sent shockwaves to potential investors. Let me do one thing about the economic of it, and that's all I will do. Basically, and here I agree with him because I do invest in the stock market. He said, if you are a day trader, if you are the person who buys in the morning and sells in the afternoon, or shorts certain stocks and whatever, Tesla is really, he said, that's not what I say. He said Tesla is not a company you should invest. It's a stock you should invest. I mean, I have a good friend, that's all he does, and he got burned by Tesla. He's like, I bought it for this, and I said, unless you keep it for 10 years, why are you buying and selling every single day? This kind of stock, this kind of... so he made it clear, and then he got very annoyed with certain questions. Questions like about the production of Model 3 and how is it performing. He called it like a stupid question. Let's go back to YouTube. Like, you see that the person is under immense pressure. And he said that in the interview on CBS. If you saw, I made a video about it. If you saw the interview on CBS, he said that he's under immense pressure to produce and to deliver, and then he basically sleeps on a couch on the floor plan. But what caught my ear actually, was a question by a couple questions. One of them was about the production of Model Y, Tesla Model Y, which is a crossover vehicle between the Model S and the Model X, and the Tesla truck. And the question was, will it be produced in Fremont, the factory in California? And he said that under no circumstance he's going to do it there. He's not sure where he's going to do it. It's not going to start next year. And the reason is that the Fremont factory is basically packed. There is no room to start anything. And the notion that he's going to start it next year, production will start next year, is not happening. He said maybe in 2020 and not in Fremont. So if not in Fremont, where? Obviously, where he's going to do that. So that really caught my eye. And then there was another question about autonomous driving, and he talked about, and that's where I felt like Elon Musk is a little bit, is obviously under immense pressure, but he's a little bit losing it in terms of how he treats the media. When you start attacking the media, and you blame the media for stuff, you are losing the argument. I'm sorry. The media has a job. That's what they do, and that's what they do. And when you start attacking them, so somebody asked him about the accidents that take place as a result of autonomous driving. And he talked about autonomous driving, and he said that the main thing that holds back autonomous driving is not necessarily the technology, but more the regulation, which I understand. He said the technology will be ready next year to go fully autonomy, which will have tremendous consequence on the industry. That's another story. But he said regulation holds it back, which I understand. But when he said that reporters should not report an accident caused by autonomous driving, while so thousands of accidents happen every single day and thousands of people die every single year because of regular drivers, I am sorry, an autonomous car getting in an accident, somebody get killed, is newsworthy. I'm sorry. It's the same thing. I am sure that the first car accident that took place when we were transitioned from riding horses to riding cars, I'm sure it was a big news, and you cannot say, oh well, there were thousands of people dying because of the falling of a cart of the back of a horse and injured. I'm sorry, it's a new thing, it's a new technology, it's absolutely newsworthy. We all understand that that autonomous technology is by far better than human driving, and no matter what you do, even when everybody is going to have autonomous driving, there will be accidents, there will be by far less. But at this point, not to report and not to question autonomous driving and autonomous accident like the one that happened with Uber when she was texting in the middle of the test drive, it's not because, I'm not blaming the driver. The driver couldn't have done, I don't think the driver could have done anything, but not to report on it and not to compare it and to say because there's accidents on with regular cars, regular driving, you cannot report on this, or you cannot say. I'm sorry. That's when it's not. That's when he's losing it, and I will highly suggest to take it back. Yes, this accident should be reported. Is it fair to compare it to regular and to say, oh, because there was an accident, you shouldn't go to autonomous driving? No, reporters who do that are silly. It's foolish. But not to report it and not to talk about it and not to question it. What kind of that's unacceptable almost. So that is my point, and I think I made it. What is your point? What do you think? All right, everybody, please subscribe to my channel and help me change the world one electric car at a time. All right, guys.